Guys, welcome back. I'm going to show you one of my, I want to say favorite, but a common attack I like to use when somebody's inside my full guard and they've got a good pin on my chest and they're holding me down. Some people grip this way, some people like to do the inside grip, whichever it is. So they're inside my guard. Your opponent has like a good base. They're gripping everything correctly. So if I'm going to attack this side here, I'm going to take my opposite arm and I'm going to grab his gi. I'm going to take this hand, I'm going to go underneath his arm, and I'm going to grab my own wrist here. And when I'm grabbing here, as you can see, I've got the hook grip here, and I do a little twist, and I'm gripping here, and I'm pulling down. Now, the whole point of this is I'm trying to break this off. This guy's probably got a really good grip, he's super strong, so I'm doing 2-on-1. So this is not just my two hands, I'm going to use both my hands, and I'm going to use my guard, and I'm going to pull at a slight angle in this position here. So as I'm here, I have my legs nice and tight across his rib cage, and I'm pulling towards him. See, I'm pulling him towards me, and at the same time, I'm ripping outside. So the whole point is to rip outside, and then I let go, and I shoot my top hand in, and then I wrap. Now, one thing I kind of tell people when I do this, when I pull here, sometimes it's like kind of hard to like get them. So what I like to do is I like to turn. As I put it behind my head, I turn my body here. You can see I'm pivoting on my hips. And the reason I'm doing that, it makes it easier for me to tuck my arm here. So as I'm tucking my arm, you can see I'm never letting this go because I don't want to let go and have him rip back and then I kind of have to start all over again. So it's the same thing. I'm ripping, pulling, turning my hips or my abs, and I'm reaching across and I'm grabbing the collar here. So as I grab the collar, there's a kind of an old school choke where you can take your fingers and put it here. It's really hard to hit, so I usually, what I like to do, I just kind of take my hand and I push right across this. And the main reason I'm trying to do that is usually when I start pushing, most people will take their hand and they'll start trying to block. And the whole point of that push, like they'll try to grab my wrist, what are they doing? As you can see, as I do that, I let this go and then I switch my grip here to here. So I'm literally, as I'm gripping here and holding and he's fighting me off, I'm taking my hand and I'm switching it to this grip here, right there, and I'm gripping. I like to keep all of this. If I have this collar here, just a little bit of his gi, I'm holding everything tight. I'm gonna take this foot here, and you can see I kind of ratchet down. I take my opposite foot and I put it on his hips here, and I'm going to turn my body. See, I'm turning my body, and then I'm coming across, and I'm trying to finish for the armbar. The second option from this position here, because sometimes people will really bear down on you and it gets kind of like hard to get your hips around and cut around. So the other thing I like to do is I'll take my opposite hand and I take it and I put it right here, you can see, on the bend of their arm and right kind of on their forearm. And the whole point of this is, as I have this foot here and I'm kind of stuck, I like to push it up. And as I push it up, I stuff it between my legs, I shoot up, right here, and I cinch. See, I don't have the triangle yet, I just have high guard. But he's locked in such a terrible position to move or anything like that. Most people actually will start driving their hands back in because they know if they shoot their hand out, I'm gonna have the triangle, but I'm not too worried about it. So at this point, usually my hand's still holding it. I'll let this one go, hoping they pull it out. If they don't, I don't care, I just leave it there. Keep everything the same. And the same thing when I find it's the triangle. This needs to stay clamped on his back. Foot on the hip, turn, lock, squeeze for the triangle. Thanks, stay tuned.